A lot of recruiting news in Alabama in on a couple of 5-stars, two really important players that could end up in Tuscaloosa and help build Alabama's defense of the future. We're going to talk about Xavier Griffin and, of course, Tank Jones down in Mobile. Nick Saban talked about the NIL. He's on a commission to try to get things fixed. We're going to get into all that right here on the Bama Tailgate Show. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out as always. I know I ask you to do those things every day, be a part of the show. So let's get this party started. But appreciate you guys being here. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort. Roll Tide. What do you say, guys? Mick Gillespie, and thank you for hanging out at my channel today at Broadcaster Mick. Expect some more content from our friend Shank coming up here later on this week. He's been dealing with coaching kids up in football practice. So the offensive line coach doing his thing, and then we'll have him back to talk about all these very important topics. All right, let's get into recruiting today and talk about one of the biggest headlines in recruiting. And that was when 5-star linebacker Xavier Griffin decommitted from USC. And he's been a USC commitment for a while. He's a 6'4", 205-pound defender from Gainesville, Georgia. He is the number 29 recruit overall, according to ESPN's top 300. And he was part of that number 1 recruiting class out at USC. Lincoln Riley going all over the country to get players, and they thought they had him locked in, but he has decommitted. And I'm going to tell you how that relates to Alabama. He's a lean, physical, very quick linebacker. He has been really good in Gainesville. 97 tackles, 21 sacks over his sophomore and junior seasons. And the reason why he's decommitted apparently is because he wanted to take official visits to other schools. And as one of the top players in the country, sought after by Florida State, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, it was something that was important to him. And Alabama never stopped recruiting him. They've had him on their list from the beginning. This is a player that could very well end up at Alabama. I think they have a really good chance to get him. And On3 basically reported that, hey, he likes USC, but the door's definitely open to a school like Alabama. 5-star prospect. These are the kind of guys that you want to get. He's the number 2 linebacker and the number 3 player, according to On3, out of the state of Georgia. And he has Alabama ties. His coach is Josh Niblett, the former coach from Hoover, who's in Gainesville right now. There's another Alabama guy that's going to be coming from there, Jamarian Matthews, an Alabama commitment, one of his friends, teammates, and Alabama with just a great reputation right now for the way that they treat players. That goes back to Nick Saban's days. Christian Robinson, Bama's outside linebackers coach, has made, according to On3, a ton of visits to Gainesville to meet with them. They stayed on them. And the good news for Alabama, as he has scheduled visits, he's coming to Tuscaloosa to make his official visit to Alabama on June the 6th. So this is a guy that, again, Ohio State, Texas, Florida State, a lot of schools are after, but he has put Alabama on his list. And the Crimson Tide have done their diligence. I mean, they have been consistently recruiting him. What a difference maker he could make. And it's tough. Look, it's tough. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you look at a school like USC, they've got a ton of commitments in that class. This is what happens. The guys commit and then they decommit, and then you're kind of going, okay, do we still have them? Do we not have them? It's a very difficult job right now recruiting, whether you're Alabama or USC. Alabama is sitting on 5 commitments. USC has 20 something, right? And the number 1 recruiting class as of right now. But they lost a big one here if he doesn't come back. And again, Alabama hoping that they'll be able to add Griffin to their stable when it's all said and done. All right, second guy I want to talk about is a guy that we get into a lot on the show, and that's Tank Jones. But first, I want to tell you this. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Azaleas, the Oaks, two amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. It's the Augusta that you can play. You got Timeout Sports Lounge, which is a Vegas-style sports book. I tell you guys this all the time. Right there in Pearl River, hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham or wherever you might be around the state. But they've got everything you need. Incredible slot game. They invested heavily in that area. Table games. You got Dancing Rabbit and Silver Star casinos, and there's a bridge that connects them. You got Geyser Falls, which is their water park, a spa, everything you need over at Pearl River Resort. All right, here we go. Tank Jones, St. Paul's, Mobile, has set his official visit to Alabama for June the 20th. I feel like this is a battle between Alabama and Auburn. Auburn's going to get the first visit. He's going to be there this weekend. Alabama's going to get the last visit. He's a 5-star. We've talked about him many times. He'll be there May 16th on the plains. He's going to Miami. He's going to Texas A&M, Oregon, and Alabama. I've heard from some people that I know that they feel like it could be between Alabama and Oregon, but Auburn making a strong push. This is a guy that Alabama has gotten in the past. Nick Saban always seemed to find a way to bring these guys in. He's the number 19 prospect, according to our friends at On3 in the country. He's the number 1 player in the state of Alabama. He is a man amongst boys when it comes to going out there and getting the job done. Bama has visited with him many times, over 10 times now. And he's got great relationships with, again, Christian Robinson. And Alabama was always the place he wanted to play. His dream school, close to home. It's time for Alabama to win this one. This is a guy they got to get. And I think we all feel that way. I know some of you guys get into recruiting conversations with me off the air, and I'm not Andrew Bone. I love Bone. I don't know it like he does, but I do know that there's guys in this state that you need to get, and he's one of them. And when Nick Saban started to take over nationally, he took over locally. And I worry about this one aspect of the new coaching staff. How can they win these battles? Now, they did get Ryan Williams, but can they bring in Tank Jones? I think he's a huge talent. Can they get Crowell, the running back? Can they get, they've got to get the big players in the state, and it starts with Tank. So he just made his official visit list. Auburn first, Bama last. What does that mean? Is it good to be last? I think it is. Get the last look at somebody. And they've already met with him a bunch. You got to make your dream school the right school. And I think Alabama will be the right place for him. All right. Coach Saban has talked about NIL. I saw him on the next round with our friends Lance Taylor, Jim Dunaway, and Ryan Brown from the Regions Golf Tournament. Saban has continued to basically say, hey, I'm not opposed to players making money. I don't think that. I just think that the system, this is what he's saying, it's not sustainable. He basically doesn't want pay for play, and that's why he's involved with the President of the United States to put together a commission, a bipartisan commission. And I know we talk about this on here. This is not about politics. It's not about whether you love or hate Trump. It's not whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. This is about saving college football from a certain doom that this thing's heading into right now. And there's not a better person out there than Coach Saban to do it. He's programmed like a robot. If his job is to take care of NIL, he's going to do a great job at that. He does a great job at everything he does and sets his mind to. And he's a Democrat, and Trump's a Republican, but it doesn't matter. They've got to work together to fix this thing, because to just know that the teams with the most money are going to win every year makes college football not so fun. And what always made it great was that there were guardrails and that they laid out rules. And that's what they're trying to do right now, lay out some rules for college football. So we'll see what happens on that front. But again, just recapping, I think the main story here is that Alabama recruiting, going after some big-time targets, linebacker Xavier Griffin decommitted from USC, and people feel like Alabama could be the favorite there, or at least one of them. And then this guy right here, this is a great graphic by On3. Anthony Jones, the edge out of Jake Coker's high school, St. Paul's. Got the Bama visit scheduled last on June 20th, and hopefully the Crimson Tide figure out a way to bring him in as part of their recruiting class because they could certainly use him. He's a guy you don't want to lose. Hey, thank you, guys. I don't want to lose you, and I appreciate you all hanging out with us here on the Bama Tailgate Show. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Appreciate all of you guys for being here and hanging out. We are brought to you by, first off, New Life Art. I've got my print. I just don't have a hammer to put it on the wall yet, so we're going to get it up there. But you can use your promo code, and that is Bama Tailgate. When you get on their site, newlifeart.com, you want to fix the walls like I'm trying to do here and put those beautiful Daniel Moore prints up there, pimp out your man cave, make your office look good, a gift for dad for Father's Day, all of that, 20% off when you use our code Bama Tailgate at newlifeart.com. Then swing to the end and say, hey, when you get to that promo code part, when you're paying, look for that little box and then put Bama Tailgate. You're going to get 20% off, and you're going to love it. Now, the second thing is that it's really the first thing, and that's we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort. And I got to say this, I was telling you guys yesterday, I'm so proud of this. I really am. And it's just all the people that have contributed to the show, the tailgate show, the radio tailgate show, to make it number one on radio in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa on game day. So that means when you're riding in 5 hours before the game, you can listen to that station. You can hear that station from Fort Payne all the way into Mississippi, into Georgia, and down by where I live in South Alabama. It is a powerhouse, 106.9 classic rock. That's our flagship station, and it leads right into the Crimson Tide Sports Network. 5 hours before the game, we're on every week. And there's a national championship winning quarterback, and not only that, but a great guy, genuinely great person in Jake Coker. But I wanted to say this. We lost a couple of our guys along the way, and I have to talk about them because yesterday when I did the show, I said, we talked about being number one, and we thanked you guys, which we needed to do, and our great sponsors. But two guys that would have loved to have been a part of this is, first off, Big Sexy Elmo. You guys get in the comment section a lot and remind me, hey, I love him. I miss him every day. Was my best friend and was so funny on the show. And because of that, I'm going to do this for you today. Just one more time. If you're number one and you're trying to throw out there for your long lost best buddy who's in heaven right now, you need to play his theme song.
They call him Big Sexy, coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy, throwing out those Alabama thoughts, sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. Nick gives you the XPs, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
God, I miss that fella. I'm laughing and crying at the same time. And Ryan Griffin, who was our guy at Pearl River Resort, we lost him this year too. And they are a big reason why our show was even on the air and was able to make a big jump this past season. So to those guys that are part of us being number one on game days, and that wasn't just it wasn't just other sports stations. I mean, we were the most listened to thing going, us and the Crimson Tide Sports Network. So all of us together teamed up for a win. But Ryan Griffin, we miss and love him too, man. And so thanks to those guys. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And I want to remind you guys again to go over there, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. It's the Augusta you can play, the Azaleas, the Oaks. It's a multi-million-dollar golf course, and you don't need a membership to play it. They got table games and slots. We stay at the clubhouse at Golden Moon Casino. And they give you a golf cart. You can golf cart right over to Silver Star and play, Philip M. Steakhouse. So many cool things to do over there. But check it out for yourself, guys. And, again, have a great day. And I think Shank's back tomorrow, so we'll be able to hear from him. But roll Tide.
River Resort.